All right, everybody. Welcome. It is September 4th, 2025, and I'm joined tonight by Sean, Swiggy, and Gavin. Gentlemen, I hope y'all are all feeling well and doing well tonight. For anybody who's watching, I wanted to have the live stream yesterday, but man, it was either whatever it was at the game for that 10-minute rain or that rained on us, or I was around people, but boy, I caught something. And I don't know if it's not COVID and it's not the flu. I went into urgent care and got tested, and they said it was negative. So it's probably a cold or something else. But I'll be damned if I miss the Michigan game on Saturday. I will have an IV hooked up to my deathbed at my seat before that game. I missed that game. Like, my dad was like, "You could always sell those tickets." I went, "Bullshit! I could sell those tickets."
You could sell those tickets for a lot of money, actually, if you're not feeling well. So I would consider.
I could, but I'm not going to. I will go to that game.
If it's Friday and you still feel like shit, I would highly consider doing that and make some money.
So. Oh hell no! I will die at that game before I miss that game. Well, Josh,
you realize we got
they will pull me behind the schooner in my coffin.
You realize we got 8 games of note this year, and that's all in conference play, right?
Yes. But this game hasn't happened in 50 years. So I have priority.
I mean, it's the first time ever in Norman.
In Norman, correct. But they have played each other 50 years ago. But I will be damned
only because a bowl game picked them.
Yeah, when the bowl games actually mattered.
A bowl game invited Michigan to play the Big 8 champion. That's what they did. So
exactly.
And because they were allowed to for the first time ever.
Exactly.
Big 10 teams up until that year were not allowed to go to any bowl except the Rose Bowl. So it was only the Big 10 champion was only allowed to go to a bowl game.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah.
How about as Sean, it is.
And I would like to say, I would like to piss on the grave of Bo Schenbeckler and his team doctor, who were probably both at that game. So
yeah,
piss on both of their graves. So
yeah, as you should. I know we didn't get the live stream on Sunday to recap a little bit of the Illinois State game because people were watching Miami and Notre Dame. But I just wanted to quickly Sean, do you have any final thoughts from the game from it? Is there anything of note from it? Yeah, even a couple days removed from
guys,
it.
We have to have a conversation. We have to have a conversation about that game. I don't know about you guys, what you do with your spare time, but I go back and look at the all 22. Guys, we just don't have a first-round quarterback right now. We just don't, and we need to panic. Okay, we don't have a first-round quarterback. And listen, some of you listen. It's a Grand Canyon-sized gap between what Oklahoma had last year and what they had now, but it's a Grand Canyon-sized gap between what they had in 2016, 17, 18 compared to what they have right now. And some fans care about the here and right now. I care about the latter. I care more. Okay, I just want you all to know that.
You are such an inspiration. You're an inspiration. More. You care like a champion.
I care.
You do.
I look at all the details.
And what are these details?
John missed open receivers, even though they won 35-3, and he went 30-37, 392, and 4 touchdowns. We're in trouble.
He didn't have 5 touchdowns.
We're in trouble. Good fucking God. Can we nerf these motherfuckers already?
I mean,
we should. We should.
Yeah.
But,
all these wannabe goddamn motherfucking all 22 scouts. These wannabe YouTube scouts. I swear to God. Nobody in this fan base is declaring him a first-round pick unless you're a dork.
Nope.
Nobody cares.
So Parker Foon, pretty much.
No, not Parker. I ain't talking about Parker. Parker's
the only one I can think of.
Parker's an idiot for different reasons today. No,
that's true.
It's okay. Just, I'm like, I am not allowed as a fan to be happy that we can complete a forward fucking pass in Oklahoma again after last year. I'm just happy we can complete a forward fucking pass.
More than 5 yards.
Yeah. If you want to talk about the run game and how jacked it was, I'm all for it. Please tell us how terrible we were. I'll agree with you. And we can we can argue if the offensive line is going to get better with 3 projected starters coming back, which I hope it would. It might even out at the end of the day because we're going up against a much better front seven. But my fucking God, the I have to be right crowd with these fucking asshats is just amazing to me.
I would rather be right and have horrible things happen than be wrong and get good things.
Yeah.
That fucking Papa Smurf prequel stunt double looking motherfucker.
Which person are you referring to? See, even I don't even know at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't even know.
You don't. Oh, I'm talking about old Steve-O, fucking Keegan himself.
Oh, okay. Now we're on the same.
So if you ever hear me refer to that a Papa Smurf's prequel stunt double looking motherfucker, that's who I'm talking about.
Sure.
That little fucking twerp.
They're looking. It's what I hate about journalism today.
It's not even journalism. He's not a journalist.
Correct. And they're looking for clickbait articles to have something to write about when there's not. My takeaway, like from the Illinois State game, was there's not really a lot to take away, except, yes, OU has an offense again. The D-line's going to be fine. I think there's vindication for us who said that the O-line is not going to be – it has been way too hyped up. I agree with that. I'm like,
I don't think the O-line's been hyped up. It was like what was thought is like, okay, we have an O-line that's going to be decent this year. And it's hard to judge the O-line that's going to be decent when A, 3 projected starters didn't play, and B, like guys were dinged
so
up. So
that's
still.
Correct. And that's where I was like in the boat. I'm like, I said the O-line is not going to be nearly what people keep saying, even from the fall camp.
Well, no.
What I witnessed, though, I'm
no. No one was ever declaring this O-line to be a Joe Moore like finalist ever.
No.
That is not. No.
And that's not what I'm referring to.
I needed the O-line to be competent. I needed the O-line to. What did I say before the season? I said Bill's going to shuffle this O-line up until game 4 and 5 till he gets the 5 guys he wants that he thinks works the best. Guess what? Guess what's going to happen on Saturday? He's going to do that. He's going to do that all game too. He's going to shuffle guys.
Man, that's going
to that's going to happen, and you need to get with the program on that. And because if he thinks like Ryan Foje is getting whooped for whatever reason, he's going to move Fabechi over back to right and get Heath back in there if he thinks he's ready to go. So that's this is what Bill does. If he doesn't have the established, like we have 80 to 100 starts returning for if he doesn't have that O-line, that's what he has to do. And this is going to be one of the better D-lines, front sevens we go up against all year. Correct. If you want to throw it, if Alabama actually cares, they're going to be tough. LSU is going to be a problem.
It's just unfortunate. It's week 2. I feel
welcome to.
Welcome
to big boy college football.
That is big boy. That's life.
So again, I am not going to sit here I never go nuts after game 1 ever, unless we lose against a crappy opponent. Then I'll lose my mind with everyone else. But we won 35-3.
38.
35.
No, you're right. 35. I'm sorry.
Where did you get the 3 points?
There were no field goals kicked by this offense. I lost my mind if that happened. But this.
Sorry, they're the little delirious there. Woo.
Take more cold medicine, Josh. Take more.
I'm gonna go do a line of cocaine.
Please do. This entire offense still has so many rounds left in the chamber. It's not even funny. And I totally get people losing their mind over Jaden Ivey. Like, wait, was he ready? Why is he running a handful of plays? What the fuck is going on? I'm with you. I was like, great. So,
and I'm in agreement there too. Like, my rule of thumb is always, if you struggle the first game, there's going to be some red flags the rest of the season. I also understand, like, my takeaway from the game, and I know I said that already, is I didn't like that even with the guys out, we struggled sometimes playing vanilla against an FCS team. At the same time, I also understand, like, there was injuries and stuff. The biggest red flag to me was the O-line and the running back. Like, I'm just done with them.
Right. But that goes. But that leans in more to my point that this is not an established O-line that we're bringing back that was awesome last year. Bill's still figuring it out. So when you take 60% of the guys you think we're probably going to start week 1, and it doesn't look the way you want to look, I'm willing to go, all right, fine. And then Sexton got dinged up again. He's snake bit. He can't catch a break to save his career.
I think he's done, man.
He's not done. It's just that he's fine. He's not like out long term, but it's like it's just really it's got to be annoying as hell for him that if
I mean it's got to be annoying for Bill too.
Or anyone coughs on him, he's got like a dinged up thigh or leg issue. But it's just that's just reality right now. But I look at everything that we saw. We have a defense and we have a quarterback, and 80% of the time that's going to get you a pretty solid football season in Oklahoma. You have we have receivers who can catch the fucking football and actually run the routes. And I owe, at least for now, I owe an apology to Jaren Kanak. Jaren Kanak was useful. He was explosive. Now, if he can do anything like that, for the rest of the year, I don't need him to get 100 yards every game or whatever. Like if he can do a little bit of that every game, great. I still would like to have a more traditional tight end that's a bigger target in the red zone. But in the absence of that, I'm glad he's here. And if he can do that on the reg a little bit more, great. So that's my
I need to check the box score. Wasn't Kanak like our second leading receiver?
He was second or third. It was Countess, Burks, and like Kanak were like your 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it was Kanak.
Like
I think
5
5
catches, 90 yards, or something like that.
Now he can't fumble the ball anymore. He got to put a stop to that shit. He can't fumble the ball.
That I'm a little, not the fumbling part. I absolutely agree with you. I'm a little mixed on him being the second receiver, but again, they played so vanilla.
But I don't care.
In some respects, I do.
I really don't care that like
if you can move the
Burks
ball,
and Lewis are good, man.
Yeah,
Burks and Lewis were good. Satania has yet to really gotten a chance. To do so. I'm not worried.
You know what it really reminded me of, and I think you've said it before, is it sometimes you look at the stat sheet, it's like you didn't feel like nothing happened, and then when you look at it and you go, oh, Mateer like broke records. Wow, it just didn't seem like that type of game. It was just a very quiet game.
No, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers.
Yeah.
So a couple of them were running backs. Xavier Robinson got a couple. Torrey Blaylock, who his injury status is either amputated arm or he's just fine. From what I gather recently, it sounds like just like Ott, he had an AC joint sprain. So he's going to be out for however long the severity of it is. But this whole idea that it was a broken collarbone can go away now from what just based on what I'm hearing. Like if he had a broken collarbone, we would know he was out. Like Brent would just say he's out. You can't sugarcoat a broken collarbone because no, it's an AC.
And even then, what would we even know until week 4 against Auburn, because we don't have to publish any injury reports until then anyway. We wouldn't even know,
because we'll publish an injury report and then the next week we won't because we play Kent State.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, wait a second. No, we're not doing that. You come back during Texas week.
Yeah.
Do we talk about that for a brief minute?
I just wanted before we do that, I just want to say, Swiggy, do you have any thoughts from
I apologize
Illinois State?
I'll shut up.
I mean,
you're not.
I mean, my thoughts from Illinois State is it is a game that happened. Everything was vanilla. I was overall happy with it. A little bit concerned about the O-line, but we'll just have to move forward. And I mean, I do think there's a good O-line in there. It's just, I wish Temple and Michigan were swapped because I like one more game. But life is full of challenges, and let's be great on Saturday. So
sure. And so, Gavin, do you have final thoughts as well? Anything that hasn't been covered or something that you want to talk about for just a moment for it?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty plain vanilla, and honestly, like, just been looking at it from video wise and everything, it was like almost like a lot of times they were playing a lot of cover 2, so it was mostly
Yeah.
like they were playing in the very middle of the field, so they pretty much took advantage of that. So that was just pretty much my only takeaway, was just they just basically took advantage of what the defense gave them, which that's something Mateer was doing. So I was just happy with the reads and everything. So I got
Sure.
nothing else other than that.
I
Sure.
love that the defense at times sent multiple people to the ancestral plane of Wakanda on certain tackle. It was like,
man,
Okay. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. The defense
Yeah.
looked great. Defense
Although-
looked great. So
Yeah, they did. See, that's how I
The-
felt
the-
with
the
like.
only-
Go ahead, Gavin.
The only thing is, and everything, this has kind of been my only issue and everything. We've got to be able to do better with turnovers. That was the only negative impact for me personally in that sort of sense. And we should have had a shutout, and Mateer didn't force the ball. That was sort of my only biggest
that was on
issue.
Burks. That was totally on Burks.
Mm.
He did not go. He was not in the right spot.
I agree with you.
That was an
Yeah.
RPO anticipated throw. He was not in the right spot.
I agree with
Right.
you, Gavin, so far as on like the turnovers, but I don't think that was part of the game plan. I think that would have been if it just happened, they would have, but I don't think with the vanilla game plan that was just let's go for turnovers. I think
you were
that's
not
the next
you were not going to get a lot of chances to force picks or get turnovers the way they played.
Yeah, I don't expect it, but it's like, but when you lose the turnover margin, but yet you win, I know it gets an FCS, but if you move forward with that, if you do that, like say against Texas or somebody else, that's when I have another issue. So just kind of looking for more of a.
But they're not chucking it down they're not dropping back and letting the pass rush. Like that's not the type of game plan they ran. Like Oklahoma, if they get a lead against Michigan, they're going to have an opportunity to pin their ears back and go after Bryce Underwood, and so those opportunities will present themselves. So
yeah,
I'm not, based on how well they tackled in space and how well they were closing in and they were causing chaos and disruption. The turnovers are coming. So
1,000%.
I ain't worried about lack of
Yeah,
turnovers because when you were put in a tough spot and you handed them the ball in the red zone, you let them do nothing and you force them to kick a field goal. So
correct.
The end.
Yeah, and Gavin, I do agree with you on the turnover thing. I also look at the other side on it. Like, how aggressive do you want to be and not tire your guys out going to next week against Michigan? Like, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. I do disagree on the turnover with Mateer. That's Burks, but that one I do agree. And like I said, I think a lot of people who are validated with DeMarco. I do think it's time to have a discussion about DeMarco if it's not already being discussed, but that's me for it. I do think Sexton is going to be out longer than Blaylock is, though. I think Sexton is he's going to be rotational at this point. He's not going to be a starter.
Well, I mean, Sexton's still practicing a little bit. He's not I don't know if he's going to play, but he's not.
Well, yeah, they're telling him to practice through the pain. It's I get it, man, but But
he don't have any tears or broken bones or anything, so it's
I will say, speaking of that, I am happy to hear that Illinois State's quarterback Rittenhouse is okay. He went down and it looked pretty bad in the stadium, and
just a terrible last name. It's an awful last name to have, but
absolutely. But
no,
I'm glad that he was not. They said it sounded like my friend that went with me to the game on the radio. They were saying, "Oh, this may be when he's out a couple weeks," and it just sounds like he has a bruised shoulder. So I am glad because he got up and he went.
They
back
pulled
down.
his ass quick. It's we have games.
Yeah, and you never want to see that, especially
we have games in our division of football we can win that we would like to have them available, which is why these games need to come to an end anyway. And
correct. Well, and it's what my buddy said at the game. It's they were saying this is the difference of them being a playoff, an air quote playoff team, and then being 1-12. There's a big. He is their offense.
Oh yeah, quarterback in FCS is everything if you have one.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad to hear that he is okay. So, but Sean, I do want to pass the mic to you because you did want to talk about Texas, and boy.
Oh.
You have to feel very, very validated from the past 3 years on this. Oh, absolutely.
Me?
Yeah,
Well,
you.
Well, guys, you just got to give him more. You just got to give Arch more time.
Exactly.
He's just not ready yet. I
What
did not.
time?
There was. I could never anticipate he would ever be that bad, even in a game of that caliber against Ohio State on the road. Like he was bad when all of the jock sniffers in the media even have to admit, I think he'll be fine, but it's like it was alarming how bad his mechanics were.
His
and
footwork,
his
footwork was terrible.
Like, I hate saying it.
EJ Manuel.
The joke we were having in the stadium was, we were arguing who was going to be better, Jackson Arnold or Arch Manning. Maybe they both just sucked, and we both just got misevaluated quarterbacks.
Jackson wasn't hyped that much.
He was a 5-star, but yeah, there wasn't the.
I get what you're saying, but
hype.
He got that 5-star. He got that 5th star late because he was one of the reasons he was a high-level Texas high school quarterback who went to the state semis. But still, it's just for Arch
was bad.
If he would have just lost that game and had like 200 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 picks, it wouldn't be enough to say bust. It would be like it would be he went to Ohio State, this, that. Losing the game, there's no shame in losing to Ohio State.
No.
Correct.
But
no.
What makes it worse, and some people disagree with me on this, but I think they would have been better off losing 35-7.
I agree. I agree with you.
Because if you're a defender of Arch Manning, you said, well, went on the road against Ohio State, defending national champions. They have loaded recruiting rosters too. Just look at them. I mean, just look at these guys. Look at all these 4 and 5 stars on that defense. They could make that excuse. It's worse. It's 100 times worse that they still could have, in theory, won that football game, and he was still that bad.
You're right.
The thing is,
go ahead.
This is a stat. I got bored. I looked it up. Everyone talked about how overhyped Sanders was in his college career. Sanders only had, I think it was 2 or 3 games with a rating worse than what Arch put up at Ohio State. And 2 of those were his freshman year.
And
where is this?
Sean, to your credit, you've been banging this drum for 3 years now, but you're right. I agree with you. Like, if it wasn't for, I don't know where I'm even at on it, but I don't think he had that touchdown throw.
He did not.
Could have got
that was a 50-50. That easily, not easily, but that was like if a replay official had a rough day at home with the wife, he could have overturned that call for an incomplete pass.
I thought it was incomplete. I'm like,
I thought it was a touchdown, for full disclosure here. But can I share something with the class here?
Please do.
Go ahead.
Absolutely, Professor.
I have a video presentation I would like to share with
everyone. One thing before you go, Sean. One thing before you go. I just want to say this here. When I lost faith in Arch was when they didn't tell Ewers to kick rocks last year. Because if Arch was this great quarterback, Ewers would have kicked rocks. And
Swiggy, it was all part of the plan. You had to Arch was still in the oven. But
okay,
I have the ultimate video that proves that it was all propaganda. The video that was all propaganda. Let's all take a look. Let's all take a watch of it. Let's all take a watch.
Sure.
Can Manning play? His last name would suggest he can play very well.
I haven't met one yet that can't play. From the grandfather Archie and Eli and Peyton, the whole crew. So the answer is yes.
Simply for the fact that he's going to be in Sark's offense. Kid's ready for the moment.
Hey, Arch, I'll take that. Yeah, all day, dude, all day.
I've been watching this kid since he was in high school. I lived in New Orleans. He was at Newman High School. The hype around him, I think, is warranted.
There's no way he can't play because everyone in that family is always going to play.
Given his athleticism, his speed, the physical component he brings.
I think that Arch Manning is a national championship talent.
Can Manning play? Let's hope so.
Arch Manning can definitely play. I think the ceiling's certainly high.
Can Manning play? That's the easiest question
Sean,
I've
I
ever
think
been asked. He is going to
video's
be
struggling on it,
the
so
most
I mean,
dynamic quarterback we have seen,
we got the gist.
perhaps in a
Playing
generation.
fine for me.
Same here.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is that's SEC Network propaganda right there.
Yeah.
Everything. It was all you saw. All the footage was practice footage, and they showed a blip of him against Georgia, a game where he got his ass whooped. They couldn't even put in a clip of him completing a forward pass from last year. Like they couldn't even use the clip from Mississippi State where he like threw it down the field late. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing here? What are we doing? And but here's the thing. I keep seeing the Arch will be fine takes from people. Fine, like fine. What define fine? Because my question is, what are you expecting now? To him just to be a good college quarterback, an average college quarterback? And I think he can be those things. I've always thought he would be those things because I have always fought against this myth that they were building that he was going to be some great, double Heisman winner because what daddy's sperm was, I just don't. People are now all of a sudden the media is piling on. It's like, you did this. He
is the quarterback at the University of Texas, and he's getting paid NIL money. It is you're going to get piled on, and yeah, you're right, Sean. The media did do it because look, if people just kind of if people didn't know what to expect, it would be okay. That's slightly disappointing. But all we heard all week was, oh man, imagine if Arch goes into Ohio State, lights them up, two touchdowns, 275
commercials in the 3 commercials. He went 5 for 10 for 26 yards in the first half. My 42-year-old old ass, out of shape ass, probably could go 5 for 10 for 26 yards.
And Sean, you said it, so I'm just mirroring what you've already said for it. You have to feel bad in that respect for like the media did that to him. But it's also what you said too.
No, I don't.
Guess what? They've lost, and now
I don't because the Manning family knew better too. And all I heard for years as well. They were the one thing I heard they were doing it the right way. All I heard was how the right way they were doing. Really? So coddling him and hiding him for all the typical things a regular high school recruit would do, like. I don't have a problem with him just tweeting he's committed to Texas. I'm actually fine with that. I approve of that.
I like that. Yeah.
But him not going to the Elite 11, him not going to an All-Star game, him just not doing any of the other things because they're gonna groom him specifically. And just because all I heard was, and they named him the #1 recruit, one of the greatest recruits of all time, if not the greatest recruits of all time. They compared him to Vince Young and Quinn Ewers, because Quinn Ewers is also a 5-star plus greatest of all time.
Oh yeah. Quinn Ewers, yeah.
And Quinn, to Quinn's credit, as much as he's been shit on lately, Quinn could at least throw short to intermediate passes on the reg. He was a master at that. Quinn from short range to medium range passes was awesome. His deep balls sucked because he was hurt all the time.
If Caleb Downs doesn't exist, that the end of that Ohio State Texas game last year might go different for him. But Caleb Downs exists, so
he still exists.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Ohio State, like Jeremiah Smith was not like that big of a threat on there. Like Julian Sand didn't do much.
No.
Yeah.
And people want to rip Julian Sand, but guess what? Julian Sand wasn't like heralded as the second coming.
Yeah.
No. I mean, he did what, honestly, against Texas's defense, he did about what I expected. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it to be a high-scoring game anyway.
You held Ohio State to 14 points.
Yeah,
I honestly expected it to be a high-scoring game. I'm not
really.
I thought Ohio State was going to blow them.
Nah, I
thought it was going to be about a 31-7
if
game.
If Will Howard was back, and I can't believe I'm saying that. If Will Howard,
I owe Will Howard an apology. He's a national championship quarterback.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ripped Ohio State. It's like Will fucking Howard. But to be fair, that Ohio State team was so goddamn loaded last year.
It was.
There's a reason Will Howard was good enough to be the quarterback on that team.
Exactly.
Sean,
Will Howard was like the Death Star port, was like the exhaust port on that Death Star.
That's not. I still owe Will Howard an apology.
Yeah, I mean, he was good. I like Will Howard.
Yeah, he was good. He was good enough. Yeah,
he had a loaded roster around him.
I think, Sean, something I wanted to bring up as well, that you said it last week on stream. I agree with you that Ohio's, like, Texas would have preferred being beat 35-7, whatever it is, because now at least you got the benefit of the doubt. But like you said last week, now there's nothing to talk about with them. It's like, well, Arch really sucks. They play nobody till Florida. Why do we want to waste airtime on this outside of they play it? It's the worst case scenario for them.
Here's what's going to happen, and it's so predictable. Arch, I fully expect Arch to go out the next 3 weeks and just be really good.
Yeah.
I fully expect it.
Yep.
I fully expect it because he did that last year against garbage. Now, he might still struggle a little in the first half because he did that shit too, and that O-line is still very sus. So let's not pretend here that they're just going to be, everything's going to run like clockwork. But the scores, the box scores will look pretty. The score will look pretty. They're going to beat those 3 teams. Like San Jose State's, they lost to Central Michigan like 16-14 last week. I don't expect San Jose State to do shit. So,
I agree with you.
If you're expecting to turn them on at noon on Saturday and expect a show, I wonder how much he's going to suck. No, that's not going to happen. The big question is like, it doesn't matter what he does the next 3 weeks. And I know there's going to, the imposters out there are going to point out how everything's right now because he beat up on the week. He beat up on a bunch of fledgling like programs, but then he has to go to Gainesville. And you need to hope that DJ is not healthy at Florida in order to have a chance in that game, because I think offensively, Florida's got one of the better O-lines in the SEC. I think Florida is poised to potentially, like, you don't, like, I heard fucking that, I heard that Vincent D'Onofrio on Estrogen Looking Motherfucker talk about how the swamp isn't a big deal, or how the isn't a big deal.
Oh,
Jeff
gosh, come on.
I heard that motherfucker say that shit earlier a couple days ago, and I'm like, boy, if you walk into that, listen, Florida's got a tough schedule. They got a murderer's row themselves early on. If the Gators are in that game and they only have like 1 loss, and that fan base feels they got a team, I don't feel good about Texas' chances in that game.
No,
because until Arch can go into any big game, and prove that he can do something worth a shit, he's trashed to everybody. And this is another thing I want to bring up. Circling back to the whole media creation that he was. With the average football fan, that was like one of the most watched football games ever.
16 million.
That was one of the more
16 million,
per Fox. 16 million. Yeah,
that was one of the more watched.
Games
ever. Which, to my point, is
that's wild. If you think about that, for a noon kickoff, first
that's why Fox
everybody in the Big Ten.
That's why no matter how many times people bitch, Fox will continue to do big noon kickoff.
And that is also why. Congratulations, Ohio State. You have assured yourself the Big Ten, the big kickoff forever.
To get back to what get back to the point I'm trying to get to here, the media creation of it all. So many people watched him look like shit. No one's going to believe anybody. Everyone has their first impression of Arch in a big moment where he's the man is that he sucks.
He looked like a loser.
They are not. No one is going to care if he beats up on San Jose State or Sam Houston or whoever. Until it actually happens.
Yeah.
People think, the general audience thinks Arch Manning sucks. And I think that's really funny. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So the truth of the matter is Arch is way better than he performed this past Saturday. I will say that in front of like 100 million people. But the truth of the matter is those 100 million people, most of them don't believe you because they need to see it to believe it. No. Now he's been exposed because unless his early career, his perception is done because they built him up to be this superhero, and he not only did he not live up to it, he fell flat on his face. So he's done in the eyes of everyone else.
Yeah, I know one of my coworkers last Friday. He's an Ohio State fan, and he brought me to the side and he asked me what my thoughts on that game was going to be. I'm like, I outright said I thought Ohio State was going to play. He's like, really? He's like, man, I just think Arch is going to beat us in Ohio. I'm like, no. I'm like, you can shut that down now. Y'all are going to beat him. I don't know. I said I could be wrong if it being a high scoring game. Y'all are going to beat him. I see him tomorrow for packing for farmers market stuff, and I'm like, see, told you so. Don't doubt, like a freshman going on the road.
If Texas had a little bit more of a defense that lost a bunch of some more key guys, and Texas has like really good players on every level of the defense, and so that's going to continue. That's going to continue throughout the season. But yeah, they're going to have to rely on that defense until they can get the offense. Because I'll tell you another thing, that offensive line, I'll give credit where it's due. It held up a lot better than I thought it would. It's still not good enough, but it held up a lot better than I thought. So I'll give a little credit there. Their wide receivers cannot get open, and here's the thing: that Ohio State defense, like kind of like the Eagles tonight. The Eagles lost like so many guys on that defense from the Super Bowl team. Same thing with Ohio State. Like Ohio State has Caleb Downs and a couple of other dudes they're really good on, but it's like the depth. Like the thing that helps Ohio State is that a lot of guys that are starting were really key rotational players last year on that team, so they're not missing the beat. It's like Kobe McKenzie for us is our starting middle linebacker now, as opposed to Stutzman. So is there a drop off? Maybe, but you still feel good about Kobe McKenzie being there because he knows the system, he knows the defense. He's not brand new, so it's kind of the same thing with Ohio State. But man, it's just they need to come out. I'm just going to finish this real quick. They need to go out these next 3 games and like look the part if they're going to feel any confidence going into Gainesville in a month. So anyway,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
Yeah, so but I have a very good take that leads us into another fun game from the weekend. Man, how much did Kalen DeBoer and Alabama wish they'd been able to keep Caleb Downs?
I don't think Caleb Downs would have made a difference. I think
he would have, but
I think Caleb Downs would have been. I think Caleb Downs would have been in his hotel room the night before ordering Uber Eats and getting hookers. I don't know if that's real or not because I just
we're gonna assume it's real.
Message Board Geniuses posted that as like I've heard rumors that players were ordering Uber Eats. It's like buddy, have you heard of the '80s and OU football?
Exactly.
I have news for you about I have some news for you about incidents at the Fontainebleau Hotel the night before the Orange Bowl.
What you're telling me, Sean, that college football is not a bastion of goodness? What? That's crazy.
But by the way, speaking of the 60 million people watching the game, so much for NIL is ruining the sport for me. Yeah, you're still watching, bitch.
Yeah.
I have to, Swiggy, you brought it up. I do want to say, man, I don't know who's having a more miserable time, Texas fans, because they are just deflated after this, or Alabama, like they're ready to stone DeBoer and Tucker.
Oh yeah, they want to.
Alabama.
They want to fire him.
They want to launch him into the sun. It's
I mean, it's gotten to the point where even the national media is wanting Nick Saban to go back.
But that's the dumbest.
And Nick's never going to go back.
My question
I'm not kidding you. Like literal Stephen A. Smith, who people I don't think he should be ever covering college football or anything, saying he wants Nick. He was wanting Nick Saban back. Then, if anything, which is you don't even watch the sport all the way through. You usually go on. You're only there, because of your personality.
I want to ask Alabama fans as they're watching that game. And they're miserable, and they're watching players loafing and not playing 100%, and they're just quitting on the field.
Yeah,
and it's and what a major! It's 31-7, Florida State. We'll be right back. And then the first thing they see is a Verbo commercial with Nick Saban.
I felt bad.
And it's you gotta wonder. It's you think grown men in Alabama cry? in moments like that.
When
they see the moment that commercial, like I have an Alabama buddy who's like a cop who's like went on drunken tweet rants, and I just DM'd him on Twitter. He's like, "You doing? You hanging in there?" He's just like, "No, I can't believe it's this bad."
I have an Alabama acquaintance too, and I said, "How are you doing, buddy? Are you doing okay?" He said, I'm going to quote from Matt Mitchell. The room is spinning. I keep calling 911 and they refuse to take my calls anymore. They say this is not a emergency to call on. He's like, I want to destroy the Bower. I'm like, is it over? He's like, I want this to be done. I'm like, oh shit. He's serious.
This is what's really concerning to me. They lost to us last year.
Yeah.
They lost to us. The 2024 Oklahoma Sooners. They lost to that team. Josh, you were on stream with me with Elo.
I was,
and I was just like, whatever. Elo's you guys can whatever. Elo, shut up. And like,
Elo did a great and
I'm just like I'm sitting here and it's like, all right, we got a lead at halftime and Xavier Robinson's doing things all right, but then the third quarter back-to-back picks happened. And I was like, you saw me. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But
where was this team this entire season?
Well, no, it's not that. Where was that team this entire season? It's like, and I'm not trying to take away from our boys, but it's becoming more apparent that Kalen DeBoer has killed Alabama football. And the fact that they did not take a moment after that game and say, all right, we need to make some changes, or we need to change what we're doing. They just did more of the same, and it's even worse.
You're spot on. Yeah, you're spot on.
Yeah.
They lost to one of the worst offensive Oklahoma football teams I have ever seen in 2.5 decades, and they did not. And defensively, they got worse. And and I got told how much talent they have, and they do have a lot of talented players, but I am just
talent is nothing without coaching.
Correct.
I think
we know that
Kalen DeBoer. I think but now you're hearing all the stories come out about how he did things at Washington, and how things were last year, and how the entire culture is soft overnight. And if I'm Nick Saban, unless you write me a check that's fucking ridiculous that I can't say no to, I'm not getting back in that mess.
No.
If I'm Nick Saban, I'm enjoying retirement. I have nothing else to prove. I got my statue. I am not going to do anything that wrecks my legacy. I am not going to do anything that wrecks my legacy.
And for Nick Saban,
you can't fix it in 5 years.
That's
you can fix it quickly. No, I disagree. No, we live in a world. Well, they're changing the transfer portal rule, which might change things, but you can change things overnight if you know what you're doing.
That's true. That's true. Because I'll say that because I brought that up.
Because look at what Florida State did. They changed things overnight.
Yeah, I was going to say, Florida State did. But just a quick aside, is DJU the worst big-time ACC quarterback ever?
Yeah, let's not talk about him. That's old news.
Yeah, it's old news. I'm just saying he murdered Clemson and Florida State. Because you're right. That looks like a much different Florida State.
He got the Dr. Pepper Fansville curse along with Quinn Ewers.
Yes, but I mean, when you peruse, Sean, like the forum boards, or what people were saying about DeBoer at Washington, they said he was not a hard ass like Saban was, and they didn't know if that culture was going to translate very well to.
But that can work in Seattle, Washington. That ain't going to work in Tuscaloosa.
Correct. It's not. And I would say they said whenever problems hit the fan at Washington, instead of changing it, he just doubled down. And we're seeing this. Like Florida State did exactly what we did in beating them, and he hasn't changed his stuff. That's on him. That's a horrible coaching job that's happening at Alabama right now. And
now
is he going to stick around for two more years? Absolutely.
No, because his contract buyout is set up where they can give monthly installments instead of one lump sum. So if they fire him, they can, if they're willing to do it, they'll pay him monthly till he's paid off by, they got to pay him off by
31
or something like that.
Yeah, 2031.
So if they want to do that, they could do that. What I guess I think the Aggies maybe have had something similar. I could be wrong. I don't know if the Aggies had a lump sum deal with Jimbo.
I thought it was lump. So
it may have been. I don't remember. I wasn't. I don't know if that was mentioned anytime anywhere, but that was another thing. Like, are they gonna be able to pay him off? Are they able to do the buyout? Everything is about buyouts nowadays. Can they do the buyouts? We don't know. Did he catch that ball? Yes, he did. Good job.
Well, and you have to think back in the day that never was a thing until Jimbo happened, and now it's like, well, everything's on the table at this point for a buyout. I know they happen, but the ridiculous level of, are we really going to pay this money? I think, man, I don't know if they're done with him in Alabama, but I also don't think, like, who do you go get? I really do believe you. I don't
John
think they're gonna...
Gruden. That's who you want.
Oh,
John
God.
Gruden.
More groomers. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull him away from that sweet Barstool gig.
No, but no, I agree. Yeah. I mean, look. Whoever was, like, DeBoer was always a dead man walking, because
correct.
I mean,
I don't agree with that.
Yes, whoever was going to replace Nick Saban was going to.
You never follow a legend.
Well, true, but I didn't think he would Frank Solich this quickly.
That's fair. That's also fair. I was
Frank
very
Solich
low
at least won a couple of at least won a Big 12 title.
I was very low on the. I was low on the hire, but we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Maybe he's able to change it, but that just looks like
if they don't fix shit, if they don't fix shit, all of a sudden it's like, I ain't looking at Tuscaloosa as this insurmountable game anymore.
No.
Man, and that's me too. I'm just like, when you look at the schedule now,
Alabama's
winnable.
Tennessee looks tougher, but still winnable. I don't look at Tennessee. I don't look at Tennessee and go, oh my God, can we win that game? It's just like, but they look more formidable.
Well,
to me, I felt that where my uncertainty with LSU got stronger of they could lose that game. Alabama, I think they can win that game.
LSU is so far away. Like, I'm not even thinking about that game right now. Is LSU good? Yes. I think we knew they were going to be good before the season, but I'm not going to sit here and go, well,
they beat a weird Clemson team. I don't know we know nothing about LSU
Those are two,
but they look good.
Those are two good football teams, and it came down to who made a few more plays than the other.
I would say if you ask me which team looked complete over the weekend, LSU, man, top to bottom looked great. Then again, Swiggy, you brought up the Alabama thing. I do want to say, for those of us who are generational haters, boy, it was a great weekend seeing Texas, Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Boise State, all those teams lose. It was great.
Wait a minute. You mean all the teams that gave us nightmares finally all went down?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Except LSU, they had to win.
And Miami, because Miami or Notre Dame, pick your poison.
Miami won a top 10 game for the first time since like 17.
And they still almost lost it. Notre Dame did give a good faith effort, but boy, I don't know who's in the misery index for it, because Notre Dame people were talking a lot of shit before that game. And boy, did they get brought back to reality.
At some point, Jesus is going to enter the transfer portal.
Yeah. But he's gonna go teach at South Park Elementary.
But
that's
misery
right now.
But misery index right now. Bama's a 10. Everyone else is
Bama is like to the moon.
that was just
Bama got humbled. And how long has it been since we've said that? Like, someone posted the stat of like, it's been since 2001 since they've lost a home opener. How wild is that?
Wait, what do you mean home opener? They were on the road, dude.
Season opener.
I'm sorry, season opener.
Oh yeah,
but that's still just I mean, and once again, it's not that they lost. It's it's
how
losing is bad enough, but the fact that they just
they almost look like a JV squad with one
superstar. I wouldn't go that far. Hey, they got outmatched.
It was just the laziness, not completing plays. I mean, I mean, they made that game close, but that was also due to like a lucky bounce that turned into a fumble, and I think it was Proctor. I might be wrong about that, but whichever offensive lineman picked up a fumble, and was able to move him back into field goal range. Like they got, I mean, so like that's the thing too about Bama. They got a couple lucky. They got two pretty lucky bounces in the third quarter that kept them in the game. So
I have some very important news to share for those of you in Norman, who are going to be near the Norman facility on Friday. Friday from 1 to 3 o'clock at the Walmart at North Interstate Drive in Norman, 3333. The National Championship Trophy will be taking a tour, and we'll be there. And it will be going to another Walmart from 4 to 6 p.m. that same day, 3651 Classen Boulevard. So depending on which Walmart you go to, OU fans will actually get to see what our actual national championship trophy looks like in the playoff era.
This is true.
Because we've never actually been near one for the actual game to actually win it before. So, yeah, little shot at our little prodding at us. So, if you actually want to see what that giant lipstick canister looks like.
Sean, well, speaking of that, Sean, you mentioned it too, and I remembered it from.
It's still a terrible looking trophy. So
it is. You asked on the Ohio State game who needed to win it more as well, Ohio State or Texas?
It was Texas.
So Texas, I want to use that though to lead that into OU Michigan. Who needs?
OU needs to win this game more.
Yeah, OU needs it more.
I agree. I saw several individuals stating like, Bob and Brent are calling out the fans like, "Hey, we need you out." I'm like, then they have to deliver.
They should.
I don't think so. I think the fans have delivered every time.
But every coach says we need the fans to come out.
They should be doing that though, and I know the fans will show up and be ravenous as they should be. But
but now the team has to pull their weight too, and actually win. Because how many times has this happened? We need the fans to show up. Didn't happen against South Carolina. Didn't happen against Tennessee. Didn't happen against Notre Dame. And didn't happen against Ohio State. The fans want to win.
I don't care. I don't care about Notre Dame, Ohio State. That's over a decade ago.
Here's the truth.
I do.
Here's the truth about this game. In the grand scheme of things, does Oklahoma absolutely have to have this game? No. But for the perception of this fan base, for the 75 recruits that are reported to be there, for national perception, for just having good vibes in general, Oklahoma desperately needs to win this game.
I think
if you're talking about other opportunities throughout the season, but if you want to have momentum, this is where you start. This is where you start to get it, because you don't want to go into Auburn, you don't want to go into Texas, you don't want to go into any of these games like with doubt in the back of your mind, whatever reason. Like, listen, Oklahoma's going to lose a game or two this year. It's going to happen.
Correct.
It's like, no one's going undefeated this year. Like, the best teams are probably going to. The best teams are probably going to. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they're going to have at least one loss. Oh God, what the hell is someone?
But on the scale of like how badly does OU want this game, this W at home, I wouldn't say it beats the Notre Dame game in 2012. I think that was the game OU fans
that was a game that was super hyped.
We wanted that.
And they wanted it because Notre Dame sucks on so many levels, and they're one of my most hated teams ever.
Correct.
And I hate them with a passion.
Yeah.
But OU is really good at getting receipts when it comes to these home and homes. You lose to Notre Dame, you go to South Bend the next year to give them a receipt. So
receipt to Ohio State.
State, you lose to Ohio State at home, you go up there, you give them a receipt. So it would behoove Oklahoma to not need to give a receipt. Now, I think Michigan next year is going to be very dangerous when we go to Ann Arbor. This is
yeah.
like Michigan is. This is the time to get Michigan, because they don't have any receivers they can really count on right now. I think their defense, despite some of their heralded guys they still have, especially on the edge and at linebacker, this is the time to get them. Because you could poke holes in our game all you want and talk about how John Mateer is not a first round quarterback, missed open passes, he's terrible now. But I can poke holes at like giving up 17 points to New Mexico, a team that like had like 60, 70 new players or something crazy like that.
I was at the OU Illinois State game. Did Michigan struggle against New Mexico, or did they screw around?
If you want they almost mirrored us to an extent. Now they ran the ball a lot better than we did.
Yeah,
like Justice Haynes is a legit weapon. So running the football, they did not run Bryce Underwood at all. At all. He stayed in the pocket for the most part, and he threw some darts.
Yeah.
Duke can throw. I'm not gonna pretend he can't, but he don't have like
250 yards.
I would, for us, like we have better receivers than Michigan does right now.
Sure.
So now, if we can stop the run game and we can control that part of the game, if we make Michigan chase us as opposed to vice versa, it's going to be a long day for Michigan. So
I think it's definitely going to be if I had to guess what position it's going to come down to, it's going to be the O lines. I think Michigan has a great D line. I even think their wide receivers aren't that bad. I think Bryce Underwood, I expected him to be way more green than he is, but I don't know if I trust him going into Norman in a very hostile environment. I don't think he's near where.
Game, period. Like Bryce Underwood is for a true freshman, he's as experienced as a true freshman can be. He was a starter all 4 years in high school. He wasn't just a December guy. He got there. Let me phrase that. He wasn't just an early role. He got there like in December of last year. He got there early.
Yeah.
He was part of bowl practices and shit. So, I think at the end of the day, he's going to get some of his. He'll get a few throws. I'll make you go, whoa. But can he consistently do it? Brent's going to throw some shit at him and make him because I think Brent can do the same thing defensively he did with Tennessee last year. I think we can mimic that performance. The difference is if we force turnovers, I'm pretty confident we can, we have to take advantage of those. We can't go ho-hum Jackson Arnold and just give the ball right back. It's like, what's this thing doing here? This isn't mine. It's you. Sure, you drop this. No, we can't do that.
Yep.
So,
we
got to take advantage of turnovers.
turnovers,
and then I think we can. Another one thing I will say, the line's 6.5 right now. It's not the.
No,
oh wow, it raised another point then.
Last I checked, it was 6.5. No, it's 6.5.
It's 6.5 now. I thought it was 5.
No, it's 6.
It started at 5. It did open at 5.
No, it opened at there, but there's a lot of money coming in on Oklahoma, which you can take that for whatever it's worth. I know a lot of people are pegging this as a close game. I'll take a win however we get it, right? I'm just gonna say
I need this win. You have no idea.
I'll take a W. I'll take a win however we get it, right? But man, if you could find a way to win this game comfortably in the fourth, where there's like no drama, that would do.
Oh, fans
so
will
much
rush
for
the field.
Yeah.
No, don't fucking do
that
shit.
No,
I'm not saying that they should, but they will. If this is something.
You don't rush the field for the number 14 team in the country. 15 team
I could see it happening, man.
Fuck you.
No.
I swear to God, if you rush the field, I'm going to find you.
I'm not going to rush the field. I don't believe in rushing the field.
Don't you goddamn
You're
rush
going to be on your deathbed if you're going to be rushing the field. Act like you've been there before.
I don't believe in rushing the field. I just think they will.
Momentum will take you. Josh. Someone will pick you up.
I will give the fucking fans a pass on Thanksgiving weekend if they beat LSU.
Yeah.
Because I might be one of those motherfuckers. But the point is, do not rush the fucking field against fucking Michigan, who's like 15th in the country. They dropped in the.
We don't need any fines, okay? We don't need any fines.
I don't give a fuck about fines. I care about perceptions. Act like you've been there before, bitches. Jeez.
I could see it.
It's not like the '90s where we went a decade without being anything worth a shit.
Yeah, FF Florida State rushing the field. I was like, come on, guys.
It's even more embarrassing we rushed the field against that Alabama team now, just based on how shitty they are. They're just fucking awful.
Yeah. I do have a question for you, Sean. Gabe posted his thoughts on what positions that Michigan is better at, he believes, than OU. Do you think he's right that their D line, the linebackers and safeties, and the running back and tight end are better than our skill positions? For running back and tight end, our O-line, and then our linebackers and safeties. Do you think he's right on that? Or do you think it's he's being a little more critical?
Gabe is gaslighting a little bit. He is. He's gaslighting. Is he wrong about all of it? No. Like, dude, you and I have better tight ends than fucking Oklahoma right now. Let's be honest. I mean, I love Kanik, but he's not a traditional tight end.
No.
Running backs like just Javonte Barnes should have transferred. I'm sorry, he sucks. He's like, people blame the O-line for
Barnes isn't a good player, man. I agree with you.
It's not that he's not a good player. He's not built. He's not good for what they're trying to run. And that dude does not want to make any moves. He's a straight line runner. Unless you have a giant hole for him where he can do straight line speed, he kind of reminds me of Alex Ross way back when.
Yeah.
Alex Ross running the football could not make anyone miss. He was a straight line speed guy. That's why I said,
he's
Alex,
north-south.
like, Alex, we got a job for you. Kick returns. And what did Alex Ross like? Now, I'm not saying Javonte Barnes should be a kick returner because I don't think he's as fast as Alex Ross was, but it's just when you I remember those, one of those early carries he got when it looked like he was trying to run around the off tackle off the edge, and he was just looked so slow. Like, it looked like he had an opportunity and he just got swallowed up by their fucking edge guys. It was like, really? You got swallowed up by these guys? Seriously? Like, come on, dude.
But you're not wrong. I mean, I saw someone that's like, man, Ott may not be the starter. It might be Barnes. I'm like, if that's the point, just I'm going to grab Pikachu and go into the bathtub and ask it to use Thunderbolt. Like, I cannot stand if Barnes is going to be the starter. Like, I'm sorry, no, you have Robinson, you've got Ott. It's time to have some talks with DeMarco of, no, Barnes should not be first string. He shouldn't be second string.
So, but anyway, Gabe will gaslight a little bit because that's what Gabe does.
Sure.
Gabe will over-exaggerate at times, but it's not that his opinions are wrong. It's like, if a dude thinks, like, if you want to say the linebackers and front seven is Michigan's better, fine. That doesn't hurt my feelings. We all knew going this game Michigan's front was going to be really good. So I'm not I'm not worried about, oh my God, he says the Michigan's better. It's like, fine, okay.
Nah.
They have a beast at edge. We have a beast at edge.
Should be noted they are missing Barham for the first half.
Yeah, but they're deep at
which I laughed at them.
But they're deep at linebacker. But they're deep at linebacker, and that's,
I mean, they're deep. Yeah,
I still laughed at the Michigan trying to appeal that. Hey guys, it's Michigan here. We want to talk about
He ear-holed a motherfucker. What did you expect? Like, you got Joel.
You hit a quarterback in the head.
Joel Klatt's like, this is wrong. This is this. Like, shut up, Joel Klatt.
Here's the thing. Everyone who is saying, "Oh, it's not targeting," what the fuck is this? 2005? Pardon my language, but like, if you lead with your head and take out a quarterback,
he ear-holed him.
It's almost it's going to be targeting.
You're going to get flagged, dude.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's.
You don't have to like it. You don't have to celebrate it.
I did appreciate every Michigan fan posting, this is wrong, and showing a picture of him like annihilating his head.
Where were your morals when you were cheating your balls off for the past 4 years?
Yeah,
this is wrong. Michigan fans are more obsessed. Michigan fans are more obsessed with like a conspiracy theory with a transfer player that like told on them. Yeah, it was illegal. It's so there's nothing to that. they live in this myopic bubble where they think they're these paragons of virtue, and they're really not.
Yeah, I had a friend message me, and I'm not going to name who, but they're like, "Why is it always Michigan? Whenever something happens in Michigan, we always
They're
have
never
to have
wrong.
the exception to the rule."
Michigan has to always be right, just like Keegan. They always have to be right. So
they always have to be. Yeah, I'm like, you can't pull the stunt man of, when it's like, yeah, you actually have like reports saying we cheated, and the only reason you didn't get punished for it is because you destroyed the evidence. Even though they should.
That wasn't the reason. They didn't get punished because TV networks like piped in and says we can't have them with a bowl ban. We can't have that.
Yeah.
Josh Pate fucking said so on Bus with the Boys. Like, even though I think Josh Pate's a fucking just like Nimrod. He's like, hey, did you think we're gonna have one of the biggest brands just like not be available to play in bowl games? He came out and said it. He said the quiet part out loud. Like,
but I said that too, though. I said there was nothing that was going to happen.
Here's the thing people miss on the whole Michigan scandal. The NCAA basically came out and said everything you did qualified for a 2-year bowl ban and vacating of wins, but we're just not going to do that. We're just going to fine you.
Correct, because they care more about money and like. I mean, you and I debated that.
And the reason is, and the money doesn't hurt them. Like, oh, they got fined all this money. No one cares. Yeah, they'll just write a check. They're celebrating. Yeah, they should. Secretly, the fans were popping champagne.
Oh yeah, because they didn't lose their natty, and the number one richest person in the world is a Michigan donor. Like, he's just gonna laugh at as he writes, gives them his pocket change that he found. Oh, here's $20 million that I found in my pocket.
I'd be hanging from a chandelier singing "Celebrate Good Times." Come on, I would be doing that myself if I was in their shoes.
Yeah,
but. It's just they always get away with it. They got away with this. They got away with the worst sexual assault scandal in the entire history of collegiate sports. They surpassed Penn State by a lot. They wrote a $500 million check for that.
That was never covered. It was very quietly like, yeah, if you knew, you knew, type of deal.
It was briefly covered nationally for like a day here and there, but they never had the satellite trucks parked outside for like 3 weeks, like Penn State did,
right?
Or Baylor did,
They
never got that daily scrutiny, so they got away with that. Yeah, the offensive coordinator Matt Weiss, who
to be fair, Ohio State got away. Ohio State's got away with some stuff too, just for
like what? Please enlighten.
I would say they haven't, man.
Not as much as Michigan.
No, they haven't. Enlighten me with Ohio State.
I want to hear this.
Oh, really? And there's a big sexual abuse scandal with wrestling,
right?
Where,
Jim Jordan didn't get away with that.
I thought they got away with it.
No, there's a Netflix documentary that talks about it.
I guess it just because. I guess I think that just because
not get away with that.
I think that just because Jim Jordan's still in Congress, but whatever. That's
but I'm talking about the football programs in general.
Oh yeah, the football. But yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, because I hate to say, nobody cares about wrestling. That's
no one does. No one cares about wrestling.
Not anymore.
Because you know what? You know why that didn't get covered either? Because it's wrestling and the victims were men.
Yeah,
it's the same thing for Michigan. That's why the Larry Nassar thing at Michigan State got covered, because young females were the victims. Penn State, it was young boys. Baylor, it was women. Guess what gets covered? Women and children getting assaulted is going to be salacious, and they're going to go after it, and rightfully so, as they should. But the problem with Michigan, the scandal, Dr. Anderson, his victims were all men, and 40% of them were black. I'll let you do the math.
Yeah.
So, and it happened in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So you're a young black athlete at Michigan in the 70s, and you want to tell on the team doctor and like risk your scholarship getting revoked because the team doctor is an upstanding citizen, and Bo knows everything. If Bo knew about this, he would have said something. That's what happened to a couple players. That's what happened to, you were talking about wrestling. It happened on the wrestling team at Michigan too back then. Doc Anderson worked at multiple sports at Michigan. He molested Bo Schembechler's stepson.
Yeah.
10 years old.
And that's in the
reports. And the stepson told his mom, and the mom was like, what's going on? They told the AD, and the AD said, I'll take care of this. Bo came home that night, and his wife and son told him what happened. He punched his stepson in the chest, said, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And everyone says, well, well, Matt Schembechler, he's had a rough relationship with his stepdad, so of course
I wonder why.
Why could he possibly have a rough relationship with his deceased? And that's another thing. Bo Schembechler and Dr. Anderson are both dead. They've been long dead.
So they didn't care. Versus Joe Paterno.
So what do you want us to do? Like in the local Blue Wall Detroit media, we're just like, what do you want? What's on your shopping list? What do you want to do? You got guys like idiots like Dan Murphy just telling everyone what a big fan of Bo he was in his article talking about it. They couldn't wait to rush to the defense of this old fucking dead guy whose statue is still up at Michigan, by the way.
Yeah.
They don't dare, like, at least Joe Pa's statue got taken down in a hurry.
I think it's back up.
If it's back up, that's wrong, and they should be.
I think it is.
If it's back up, they deserve all the hate that comes with that. There's no way that should be back up. If that Joe Pa statue is back up, that's criminal, and they should know better. But Bo's statue's still up. That statue got vandalized.
No, the Joe Pa statue's still removed.
Good. Okay. As it should be.
No, Joe Pa, yeah. I mean, look, if that statue is back up, I'd make a trip up to.
It's like the loser Baylor fans with the CAB t-shirts and shit. You know shit?
Yeah.
No Sharp Riles. Yeah, he was the one who orchestrated all of his players to get let off by the cops for raping women.
I could have sworn that they put the statue back up, but maybe that was a movement that it's the same thing of.
No, there was a movement. There was a movement of idiots who wanted that. But no, Bo Schembechler was a creep. He was one of those hard-ass football coaches who I'm pretty sure he was one of those who just put his head in the sand and didn't want to he just pretended nothing was happening. Because the fucking doctor in the fucking locker room had a nickname, Dr. Drop Your Drawers. Because every time if you had a shoulder injury, guess what he was going to have you do? Drop your pants for a rectal examination. But my shoulders hurt. What's that guy? Well, I got to check you anyway.
Yeah.
What? That's what was happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, it's a joke that like when you have the number of the settlement was 1,050 victims in the settlement. And that did not get the coverage it deserved. No. It should have been covered more.
Because it's Michigan.
And Michigan Michigan got away with it, and they got to write a check to make it go away.
Yeah.
So you can say, well, they had to pay $500 million. I don't care. They wrote a check to make it go away.
Yeah.
And they didn't get the public scorn. Like, people don't know about this. They know about the cheating scandal because they talked about that a lot, especially Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been paying attention to Michigan for 4 years because, one, they have good sports talk radio and with like Mike Valeni, but he's like one of the only people who will talk about bad things Michigan does. Number one, he is a Michigan State guy, so he gets accused of that, but still, he's one of the few people who calls him out for shit. Because the rest of that Detroit media, it's blue wall media, not politics, sports. Blue wall is in Michigan blue.
Yeah.
And they are Texas North.
Oh, yeah. I've cracked that joke many times.
They are Texas North with the bought and paid for media. The only thing Texas doesn't have is all the scandals. I'm sure Texas has something. I'm sure Texas has plenty of skeletons in their closet like everyone else does, including ourselves. But my God.
Yeah.
Just just they don't have to put up with any recourse, anything.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of disgusts me. So that's why I made my little video today. I'm just like, I wanted to do more with it, but I didn't have time to edit it properly. So I just like did a one take deal. But it's like everyone's all hunky dory and talking to other. We're going to talk to Michigan people, and we're going to have like the most gross thing I saw today was like fucking Drum and Thune having stallions on. And
that's a dude.
It's like, dude, that's gross. Why are you having that dude on there? It's just another reason why I think they're a couple of douchebags at this point. Stop treating Connor Stallions like he's a legitimate person to talk to.
No, and he's not.
Oh, he'll talk to us. That's great. Stop it. Stop giving him a platform. It's ridiculous.
All he's going to say is, I did absolutely nothing wrong, and I was exonerated.
Yeah, that's why you threw your phone in a pond. Innocent people throw their phones on a pond.
Tom Brady threw his phone in. Tom Brady destroys all of his cell phones regularly. That's just a completely
and guess where did he play football? Where did he play football?
Michigan.
I'm starting to see a trend here, guys. Oh goodness. So
makes the Fab Five makes what the Fab Five sound like they did. That they just they were litter bugs.
yeah. I think we've kind of talked about everything for it. So let's get some final thoughts in. Sean.
Fuck Michigan and fuck that entire program. I have no respect for them.
Sure. Gavin, final thoughts for a Michigan game?
Just see who wins the battle of the trenches. That's all I'm going to go with.
And who do you think that's going to be?
If both teams were playing the way they were, I got the slight edge on Michigan on the trenches.
Sure.
I don't. I think our D line's going to crush their O line way worse than the other way around.
If that's the case, Sean, then where do you see OU succeeding at? Like if on our side of the ball for it, like
quarterback play. I think we have the more experience and dynamic quarterback right now.
Yeah,
we have better receivers, we're more experienced and established quarterback play, and our defense can do just as much damage, if not more, than theirs can. So
yeah,
it's a slight edge, but that's why I like Oklahoma more than Michigan right now, and it's at home. So
that's Sean pretty much said what I said. Pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I think.
I copied your paper. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be close, but I think OU does end up winning. And things only I care about, but I have to say somewhere, I want to congratulate the Chicago White Sox. For the first time in 205 games, when they were losing after the 8th inning, they came back to win a game. So congratulations on that football, not football. Congratulations, your baseball futility still exists.
That was their problem. They thought they were playing football.
But you're less bad. But you know what? You're less bad now than you were last year.
That's fair. Swiggy, there is one funny thing I did see.
Speaking of Michigan, Detroit going to win the World Series this year.
If Detroit wins the World Series, I might actually jump off a building.
They're up there in the American League.
Oh, they're good. Oh yeah, they're good. I just can't deal with Detroit winning a World Series. That's just, I don't want it. I don't have
a baseball team, so
I'm Cleveland. So
my baseball team is the placeholder Orlando team whenever it gets here.
But what were you saying, Josh?
Oh, I was gonna say, something I did read a couple days ago that made me laugh. There was one that was like, "Hey guys, I'm trying to plan to attend the OU Michigan game with my boss, except my boss doesn't want to stay at the do any pregame stuff, doesn't want to do any postgame, wants to stay in some 5-star hotels. What do I do?" We're like, "Hey, you should have been planning this a year ago." Does
the state of Oklahoma have a 5-star hotel?
I'll give you a hint. It's less than one. No, they do not. The closest they have is the Omni, the Skirvin, and stuff. It's like, bro, I wouldn't be going with that person. That sounds like a person who's entitled. No.
I don't even a 5-star hotel in the entire state. Does that even exist?
No, it doesn't. I went and looked. Let's take a look. I thought the Omni might be. No, it doesn't. The closest you're getting.
Listen, there's a chance in 30, 40, 50 years that OKC could be, a much bigger metropolitan area if there's growth, you know what I mean? But
correct.
You got to go to Dallas if you want a 5-star hotel.
Correct. But it got even funnier because they're like, they only want to go to 5-star restaurants. They don't want anything less than that. They don't want to deal with parking, so they want to be picked up and dropped off. I went
to parking.
I'm like,
go!
Yeah.
Go! Keep running. All right, sorry. Big run by Dallas.
Sure. I said, hey, if you're very serious about this, you should have been playing this a year ago. This stuff sold out. You're not staying in Norman. And that was saying, Oklahoma City or Norman for a quick drive. I went, you're staying in Guthrie. There is no middle ground anymore for this.
Yeah.
Well, where can we find for cheap tickets? There are no cheap tickets left, guys. What are you smoking?
A 5-star hotel is staying at my uncle's house.
Yeah.
Because he lives he lives in Edmond, dude. You've been there.
He does.
You've been to that.
I have. It's a very nice house.
Yes.
It is.
It is that is a quality house. But it's also like if this is just what your boss is pawning off on you because it sounds like that's what it is based on the stupid request, and it sounds like they just want to make an appearance. I'm sorry you work for that person. If you're trying to do this as a nice gesture, no, don't take your boss. Take someone who's actually going to appreciate it. That sounds like someone who is not going to like the game. But I just laughed. I went,
Smithers, take us to the local 5-star hotel. We're in Oklahoma City, sir. They don't have any.
Exactly. Or 5-star restaurants. Don't forget that too. You have to have a 5-star restaurant.
There must be a Four Seasons here somewhere.
Yeah. That's a nice reference, Sean. Nice.
You don't watch
The
Simpsons.
But
that was a generic Mr. Burns and Smithers reference.
Yeah,
made that up.
Yeah, but either way, I just chuckled at that of like, I don't understand the people who are trying to plan this now. It's like, bros, you've known about this for 11 years.
For the love of God, sir, there are 2 seats. I like to put my feet up.
Swiggy, do you have any final thoughts too before we wrap up?
Nope, that's it. I've said my piece.
Cool. I agree with all of y'all. I think what's going to come down to it this weekend is I think it's going to be the O-line. Whose O-line performs better is going to have more success on the field. But I also don't trust a freshman quarterback walking into Norman and making the big plays he needs to. I think OU's going to win this at least by 10 points. That's just me hoping and guessing. I think it's going to be something like a 31-21 type of game. I think it's not going to be determined though until under 7 in the third.
We're not scoring 30 points. We're not scoring 30 points.
Man, I don't know though.
That's
I feel like
happening.
But I feel like Brent's going to open the kitchen sink.
Dude, if we're going to win this game, it's going to be like
what's your final score then?
It's going to be like 24-13. If you want your 10-point win, it's going to be like at most 24-13 or something like that.
Is that
if you want to win a convincing double-digit win, that's what it's going to look like.
Is that more credit to Michigan's D line, or is that going to be more credit to?
That's to both defenses.
Okay. That's I was trying to say, like, is this discrediting OU's offense, or is this discredit? Like, where's the break?
Both defenses are good. I think ours are. I think personally, I think our defense is better because I'm sorry, you should not be giving up 17 points to New Mexico. I don't care. Like that's to me that's a little bit like people say our O-line's a red flag. Well, your defense is a red flag for giving up 17.
Yeah,
catch that ball.
I do.
There we go.
That's why I asked. I keep going back and forth on like a bigger win, a smaller one. I do think they're going to cover the spread. I have convinced myself of that one.
Listen, if they do that would simply covering the spread is not going to do much in the eye of the average fan, but it will mean a lot to people who pay attention to that shit. Yeah. So if they can win this game by 10, I'll be happy.
I know too. While it's on my mind, and then we'll wrap up for it. I know College Game Day announced the first guest and stuff or the guest picker is going to be Trey. You guys got to tell me. I don't know why people kept calling for Barry or kept calling for some other ones because as far as
Bob's down the street, he's available.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I understand like Bob not wanting to do it because he has no real connection to Michigan based for the OU
you know who he has a connection to, Josh? Oklahoma.
No, I get that, but if they're trying to like hype it up, it's the same thing with Barry, and I'm like, Barry
beat Michigan, so
he did, but he's not going to be fun to watch on College Game. That's not who the audience is going to be watching. I wouldn't pick.
Are you kidding? Barry would be a lot of fun to watch on College Game Day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, me and Andrew watched him last year, dude. Like Barry's like when they get him on story, sure, but for game day, not anymore. If this was 20 years ago,
you
sure.
Fumbled the ball. Please tell me he was down. Nah, he fumbled the ball. Why?
Hey Swiggy, Gavin, real briefly too. I got a message. The McCaffrey news. I texted
Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, his wife texted me because I've known his wife for years, and she went, "So you gave my husband a conniption, and he's on full meltdown mode." I went, "Darn." The McCaffrey Memorial Injury Award looks like more and more it's going to become a reality.
Yeah.
Never, don't trust McCaffrey, man. I made that mistake before. Never again.
I had McCaffrey the 1 year he did not get injured, and it was beautiful. But yeah, never again. Anyway, anything else?
Nope. Just wrap up. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. Comment, rate, subscribe. Click the notification bell. You know when we go live. Again, we'll do post game on Sunday. Boomer Sooner guys, only one. Let's beat up on Michigan, and we'll see y'all Sunday. Later.
Later.